Sometimes noir doesn't start with a crime, but with a clean slate.
Where were you born?
I don't remember.
Where did you live?
I don't remember that either.
A man walks out of a clinic, doesn't remember who he is, and someone's already following him. Man in the Dark is a strange film. Not well known, not exactly a classic, but there's something in it that catches. You've seen this before, Amnesia, The Chase, but here it feels more raw, more anxious. The man was a gangster, involved in a robbery, but after surgery, he's almost someone else. And the problem is, everyone else remembers, except him.
And I'll tell you something else about him. He'll remember that money and try to get it.
The film moves fast, tight, with barely a pause between scenes. It doesn't try to say something grand, but something in it works. And that something, let's try to figure out what it is. Steve Rand walks out of a clinic after surgery. Parts of his memory are gone. Others have been rewritten. He's supposed to be a new man. That's what the doctors say. He seems to agree. But right away it's clear. Starting fresh won't be so easy. Someone's watching him. Someone's waiting. And soon, the reason surfaces. Years ago, Steve was part of something big. Money vanished. And now everyone believes he knows where it is.
I don't remember anything.
And we'll have to beat it out of you.
You wouldn't want us to do that, would you, Steve? Can't you remember nothing at all?
Steve doesn't know. Or maybe he thinks he doesn't. But the people coming after him, they don't buy it. To them, he's still the same man. Same face. Same past. Or at least the key to getting it back. Pressure comes from all sides. For one group, he's prophet. For another, a suspect. And in the middle, Steve has no map, no memory, no idea who he really is now. The film quickly turns into a chase. Through streets, rooms, fragments, Steve is always moving. But from whom? Or from what? What he sees, what he feels, could be memory or imagination. Faces, words, familiar places, it all blurs together. And at some point, even he isn't sure if he's still in the present or back in the past. There's one person who stays close. A woman. Maybe an ally, maybe just someone caught in the storm. But in all this pressure and noise, she starts to feel like a thread leading out of the dark. The film is short, sharp, and doesn't let up. Each scene pushes forward, and the deeper it goes, the harder it is to tell who's telling the truth, if anyone is. Today, stories about people with lost memories are everywhere. But in 1953, the idea of intentionally erasing a personality through brain surgery was far more radical. Man in the Dark isn't just a chase. It asks the deeper question, who gets to decide what makes someone fixed? From the first scenes, Steve pulls you in. Even when he lashes out, even when he fights, you sense that this isn't a villain. It's someone who's already been through too much. They've experimented on him. And now both the crooks and the cops want whatever's left of his past. He's caught in the middle, and he has no idea who he really is anymore. What's interesting is that the film doesn't turn him into a victim. He's just trying to live. Not a hero, not a martyr. Just someone looking for a way to move forward. And that makes his path feel more honest than many noir leads. Like a man trying to walk through other people's expectations, hoping to find something real on the other side. The woman in the story plays a key role. At first, she's against him. convinced he's faking it. But over time, she sees he's changed. And that shift brings something rare to noir, a sense of choice. She chooses the person he is now, not the man he used to be. Even when money shows up, she barely reacts. She's not in it for the score, she's there for the man. And that gives the film something noir rarely offers, the idea of a second chance. No speeches, no guarantees, just the feeling that not everything is already lost. The film is short, fast, with no wasted motion, and some scenes are just a thrill to watch, especially the chase through the amusement park, with bumper cars, shadows, and staircases. Even after 70 years, it holds up. Here's a fun detail. Man in the Dark was shot in 3D, one of the earliest noir films to do so. And you can feel it in some shots, angles that push toward the viewer, like the tension wants to jump off the screen. Edmund O'Brien may not be at his most iconic here, but he nails the core. That quiet exhaustion, that sense of being pulled apart, and the effort to find something real inside. Man in the Dark isn't just a noir about the chase. It's the story of a man they tried to rewrite, and who, over time, you start to see not through his actions, but through his resistance. His refusal to let others finish writing him. And maybe that's the most compelling thing of all, not who's chasing whom, but who manages to stay himself.
Whatever else I was, I had good taste.
Man in the Dark doesn't try to stand out, but it moves with purpose. It doesn't explain much, just keeps going, with a tense rhythm where something always feels off. This is a film for those who appreciate noir that combines motion and restraint, where the main character keeps moving, not because he knows the way, but because standing still isn't an option. Worth watching if you like stories with a tight pace, where what matters isn't just the next turn, but what it leaves behind in the person who goes through it.